Hello and welcome to part 4 of my May 2013 update. Just carrying on with the titles that you saw in the last video, and start with the Blu-rays here. The first one, this is Gone in 60 Seconds, the original Gone in 60 Seconds, and this is written by, directed by, produced by, financed by, promoted by H. Hal B. Bilicki. That's his name, isn't it? Yeah, that's right, H.B. Bilicki. And he is a stunt driver, did a lot of shows, and it's a film he always wanted to make. And it's got, I believe, the longest chase sequence in a film. So it's 40 minutes and involved destruction of 93 vehicles. The first time I saw this was on Blu-ray, not either DVD. Again, one of those ones I've bought and never got into watching. Not bothered about Nicolas Cage remake. The car chases are quite common in films. See, Bullets is one, French Connection, see, Vanishing Point, probably even Duel, I suppose you can say, sort of car chase. But yeah, that's that one. And they've made sure that they're putting the year on the front, 1974, just so people don't get confused with the remake, as if they would. Next one is a title I was going to pick up a while back in one of the H&B 5 for £30 Blu-ray offers, but never got around to buying it. I think probably at the time other things I wanted more, and then there wasn't anything else I wanted, so this was £4 or £5 or something, I can't remember the exact amount. It was on Amazon. And it's a film I never owned, never seen. It's directed by Mel Gibson, and got both versions of the film. Got the original theatrical version and the version edited for graphic depictions. Don't know if that means they've been taken out or put back in. There's quite a few extra features on there, and then you've got quite a lot on the DVD, so I presume with the DVD that say the first disc is the same as the original DVD, but the Blu-ray, and then that's the same as the second disc. That's the Passion of the Christ. Next Blu-ray was the Sainsbury's exclusive, Jackpot as well, and I picked these up from Sainsbury's, but both available now on other websites, Amazon included. And this is from the director of Wreck, and brief synopsis is the character there. He works in this service department building, and he's got a sort of reign of terror on one of the ladies who live there. Not too sure why he's picked her, but just follows him, and so he's reign of terror on her. If you've seen Wreck, it's not the same sort of film as Wreck, obviously, but similar style of film. And classic, obviously it says horror on there. It's not, it's all typical horror. And this is a Spanish film. So if you're not a big fan of subtitle films, I wouldn't recommend this, but even if you're not, I'd say give it a try because you may well enjoy it. Next one is a film I'm not too familiar with. Well, I heard it's got some really good reviews, and it's the sort of film I do like. So this is Bullhead in a lovely case and some soda pictures. Do quite a lot of their DVDs. Don't know if this is the first Blu-ray release I've got of theirs, but is that there? And not particularly a lot of extras there, making off, but something like this you're buying for the film. The thing I don't like on this, I suppose a little minor quibble, is the banner at the top. If you look there, so you've got that across the top there, and then if you turn to the side, if you are away, you can see it on camera. See the soda logo on the side. It's a bit shorter than that one. Probably wouldn't have hurt them just to make them a bit level. Obviously, it's not really a big issue. But so if you design a nice slipcase, and actually on the normal release, well, on the normal case, then it does look a bit sloppy really, but those can't really do much about it. Not really worth making a lot of fuss about, but so I'm not too familiar with what this is about. It's got Matthias Schoenaerts, who's in Rust and Bone, so you can have a look there, just at what the film's about. Do try and watch films now as soon as I get them, or not much after. Obviously we're getting so many, it's a bit difficult to do that, but this is one I probably will watch shortly. Next one is a Robert Redford film. I'll say Robert Redford is in it, but I see other people in there as well. And this is Sneakers. Again, one of the many titles I owned on DVD, never got into watching. Got a good cast there: Dan Aykroyd, Ben Kingsley, the late River Phoenix, Sidney Poitier, Dave Strathairn, who's always good in everything he's in. And basically they're trying to commit a heist. Well, they basically are security experts, and they highlight flaws in banks or companies' security systems. There's Robert Redford there, who thinks he's over 70 now, and so still working. I think he was in his 50s, late 50s when he made this film. Again, another film I highly recommend. Next one is one I've been wanting to pick up for a while. The price was always a bit high. This is Scott Walker, 30th Century Man. It's on Verve Pictures. Got quite a few of their titles. Do you like the things they release? And she's self-entitled. This is about Scott Walker. Again, I think someone, a few comments on this say that the transfer is probably isn't much better than the DVD, but I'd rather own the Blu-ray than the DVD. So, and actually, I think I ordered that directly from their website, Viva Verve. There was a sale. I think it was 20 or 30% off, spring sale. They sent me the DVD originally for some reason, which I've shown you in the competition video. Obviously I ordered the Blu-ray, so they've sent me the Blu-ray out. So the DVD is one of the titles I'm giving away for my competition. So it's all still sealed. That's the Blu-ray version of it. Next one, again, title I probably wasn't too bothered about originally. I think I must have read some bad reviews of it. This is Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story with John C. Reilly, the inimitable John C. Reilly, who can turn his hand to comedy as well as serious roles. That's from the guy who brought you Knocked Up and Superbad. Yeah, it's produced by Judd Apatow. Normally when they're brought to you by the people who made this film, usually it's some random person, but at least see Judd Apatow's involved in there, so there's some higher standard. And he's playing a rock and roll star. So this was probably about 3 when I ordered it. So I sort of took the plunge with it. I do like John C. Reilly, so I'll hopefully enjoy this one. And usual sort of case for Sony release. The special features there. I presume that's all of them. I'm not sure what the running time is, but they're all listed on there. Again, this one, similar to the Walk Hard film, everything must go. This has been cheap for quite a while. Not, again, something I was probably desperate to get, but I thought, while it was cheap still, I'd buy it. And so I really enjoyed it. Again, Will Ferrell's another actor I like. I saw him in Step Brothers earlier this year. I think it was earlier this year, with John C. Reilly. I've obviously seen a number of his films as well. And this is a man who loses his job and his marriage, and is forced to live on the front lawn with all his belongings. And it just goes through what happens with him, his struggles, and how he turns his life around. It's got a nice case on this one. Not particularly a comedy, or there's probably some funny moments. There are a few funny moments in there, but it's more of a drama, I suppose. Just do a few more in this video. Next up is The Murderer Lives at 21. This is a Masters of Cinema release. It's Henri-Georges Clouzot, who also directed Wages of Fear, and this is number 57 in the series. And it's the new restoration of the film. It's got a video interview, that's the main extras, and it's got the standard booklet. It's a French film. It's from 1942 and it's in black and white. Not too knowledgeable in this film. I do know about the director, but I'm not too familiar with this film. But I'm looking forward to watching it. Next one is a TV series, and I had this recorded on my Skybox, never got around to watching it, so I thought, while it was 14 quid on Amazon, I'd buy it. So I've deleted it off my Skybox. This is Frozen Planet, one of the most recent David Attenborough programs to come out. A couple of the older ones have come out, and things like the Blue Planet, Planet Earth. There's still quite a lot of the early ones. Hopefully will come out. There's a slightly iridescent cover there, you can see, with the light shining on. And it's got a couple of special features. The first one's On Thin Ice, which was episode 7 of the programme, and just some background information as well there. Most of these, actually probably all the BBC Blu-ray releases are 1080i, which is how they're broadcast. Is that one there? So if you're a fan of Dave Attenborough or any sort of nature programs, I'd recommend that one. There was some controversy when that was on TV with there's a scene with some penguins in, which was actually filmed in a zoo somewhere. People complain about that, but if you know about these sort of things, the filmmakers do not want to put themselves in any danger, or the animals, so if they have to film things elsewhere. And I went on the tour of the BBC studios in Bristol a couple of years ago, and Bristol's where a lot of the nature programmes are made, and they were saying what some of the sounds from the programme, birds and things like that, aren't easy to record, so they have to add the sounds on later. One of the sounds was flapping of a bird's wings, which is basically a rubber glove on a bit of wood, flapped up and down to give the same sound. Okay, just do a couple more titles. Now, this one is Futurama Season 5, and this is the double play. It's got the Blu-ray and DVD, and this is the limited edition version, which was about the same price as the normal version, and this was 11 quid. This has got a t-shirt, a script, I think for one of the episodes, and it's a nice box. All up on these boxes, when you try to open it, you end up creasing it because they don't open that too well. So I'll close this one up again. I'm not going to take the t-shirt out and wear it, I'm going to leave it in here. Family Guy have also done, also been released in special editions with t-shirts and things like that. But this is the first one I bought the non-standard release of. I've not watched these yet. Loved the first four series, which probably won't go onto Blu-ray, but I got the DVDs. Came back after being canned and being cancelled again now. The reason it was brought back was they made some but they made some films. I've showed you those. Bender's Games 1, The Wild Green Yonder. Fans got really back into it, and Comedy Central brought it back, but it's a very expensive show to make, so whether it comes back again in the future I don't know, but I think there's another 1 or 2 series of this to come out. That one. The final one is another TV show, and this is the second season of Boardwalk Empire. Got the first one on Blu-ray, which I watched with the first series on Sky. Didn't watch the second series. Another one that's sat in my box for a while, but I deleted it. I've got the Blu-ray, so I can watch it on Blu-ray. It's got a nice little embossed cover there, and the top there embossed, and the side as well. So it's a slipcase with the discs inside, and this has got quite a lot of extra features on there, as well as the whole of the second season. So there's that one there. So I've still got some more titles to show. This pile here and those ones there, I'll cover those in the next video, part 5, and that should be for this month. And then June's going to be quite busy, a lot of titles coming out, so be quite a few videos going up. Hopefully I'll get them up a bit sooner, rather than doing 2 or 3 together and get them all up at the same time. I'll spread them out a bit. So yeah, so as I usually say on all my videos, please rate, comment and subscribe. And until my next video, thanks for watching.